Hey chickies. Okay, so I'm just going to say a couple of things before we get into the nail art. Firstly, the stuff I said about politics on my previous video, that was before I saw the debate. Okay, so now I understand that I'm Australian and therefore don't get to vote in the American election, but as an Australian, we're allied with the United States, so we have a vested interest in who is going to be running your country. So I'm only talking to the Americans here. Now, having said that, if you watch the debate, or even if you didn't watch the debate, I really would like it if you all went over and watched it. It's on YouTube. There's lots of different versions of it on YouTube. It's just everywhere. Now, one of the main things that I took out of the debate, and let me just say, I'm not Hillary Clinton's biggest fan. I think she stands for the status quo, and I think that the vast majority of the people in the world, and in America, but in the world as well, really do need a change. And that's why I was 100% on the Bernie bus, but unfortunately did not get up. So that's another thing. But so let me proviso that by saying, yep, I'm not her biggest fan, and I'm sure that a lot of other people aren't as well. But and I don't want her to be the president of the United States because she's a woman. That is beside the point at this juncture. What my point is that if you elect Donald Trump, you're electing an out and out. I don't want to insult him because he's a father and a grandfather and all that sort of stuff. But he literally, just when he said that he was smart because he didn't pay tax, I think negates his ability to then turn around and say and complain about where tax dollars are being spent, because they aren't his tax dollars, because he's very proud of the fact that he's ripped off the American people by not paying his fair share of tax. Now, I am 100% know that the same sort of crap goes on in my country, and I'm equally as angry, if not more so, well, definitely more so, with my own politicians who do the same things and, give jobs to the boys and tax breaks to the rich and all that sort of stuff. And when people, are sitting at home struggling, and there are people out there that can't afford to feed their families, for crying out loud, and Donald Trump sits, and it's not about jealousy, but Donald Trump sits at the top of Trump Tower surrounded by gilded things. It's just it's ludicrous that people. I've seen a lot of interviews of Donald Trump supporters, and they say, "Oh, we love him because he says it how it is," or "We love him because he's a great businessman." He's not a great businessman. His companies have been bankrupt 6 times that we know of. He won't release his tax returns simply because he doesn't want everybody to know for sure that he doesn't pay any tax, and he certainly isn't charitable. He's been playing the game since the 80s, since the 70s, mostly in the 80s, when everybody was doing all sorts of terrible things. But he's been playing the game. He's been given, and he says, I use the system, and the system works for me. But it works for him, but it doesn't work for anyone else. It doesn't work for other people. Anyway, that's enough. I hope that the people who might be listening right now, who might be Donald Trump supporters, just think about it. Just think about what it's going to be like. And yeah, there'll be plenty of people telling me I should butt out because I'm an Australian and not American, but we do have a vested interest, as does most of the Western world have a vested interest in who runs America, because we're allied with you, and we follow what you do. So anyway, I'm going to get into this nail art. This is a really long intro. I'm really sorry. It's like 4.5 minutes long. Oh my gosh. Anyway, let's get into this nail art. It is not spring. It's probably more autumny, fall kind of, but Anyway, it's a matte mandala. I really hope you like it. I'm sorry. Let's get into it. Sorry. Okay, so to start with, I'm going to be using a sheer black polish which I created myself using Sally Hansen's Invisible Clear Polish and a couple of drops of a random black polish. It doesn't really matter which black polish you use, and that just allows you to create your own sheer polish. I think I've shown you how to do that before. I will find the video and link it somewhere. Now on my other 2 nails, I'm using Cirque Colors Memento Mori because it's the best one coat black polish ever invented. Bar none. I know that's a big thing to say, but it's true. Now, depending on how dark you want your sheer nails to be, you can go ahead and do 1 coat, 2 coats, 3 coats, up to you. Obviously, doing 4 or 5 coats, you might as well just be putting black polish on your nails. Let's face it. Now, I'm not going to be doing any nail cleanup porn in this video, simply because my intro was way too long and then this video was going to be way too long. So I'm just speeding this up. I'm going right through it. I'm sorry for those that love that. I apologize. Again, I'm sorry. I'm going to be doing some stamping, so I'm going to be using some liquid latex to protect the skin around my nails. This is Bow Polish's Skin Protect. Now, the stamping plate that I'm using is from the Moyu London Mandala collection. It's plate number 4 and I bought it from Picture Polish. And the stamping polish that I'm using is from Dance Legend. Don't forget, all the details about everything I use will be in the description box down below, as per usual. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp this image onto my nail, and as you will see, I did a pretty crappy job of it. About a third of the image didn't cross over onto my nail. I do not know why. There was no good reason for it, but that's probably just the way I picked it up from the plate. I don't know. Sometimes just stamping doesn't like me. It's okay. I've come to terms with it now. Now, because I'm an optimist and don't like to give up on things, rather than starting again, I just decided to get the black brush from the Cert Colours black polish, which is Memento Mori again, and add the black polish to the tip of my nail, and then I got a fine detail brush and added it to the area around the cuticle line as well, and just framed the nail. So, winning, slightly. Also, because I did such a great job of stamping this image on my index nail, I decided I had to at least try and match it up. So again, using the fine detail brush, just tried to fix the image, you know, the part of the image that I stuffed up on, that you could still see. So there you go, easy fixed, not a problem, it's no big deal. And once all of that was dry, I went ahead and sealed it all in with my favourite top coat, of course, that is Seche Vite. Now, I did mattify the whole thing after I took the photo of the shiny nails. I mattified it using Bow Polish's matte top coat, and the matte one is my favourite. It just looked really beautiful. Loved it so much. Anywho, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for listening at the start. I do apologise again for my long-windedness, but, you know, I had to say something because I couldn't just leave it at that. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe because it's really important because, you know, it allows me to keep doing this. If I didn't subscribe, I wouldn't be able to keep doing this. So it's all on you. Also, don't forget to check out my previous video, which was my fall tree mani. Anyway. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye, chickies. Oh, and thank you for subscribing, and thanks for that delicious thumbs up. Bye.